Okay, we're going to take a look at the boot up process here and see what it looks like as you boot up. In this case right here, it's a switch. It's a 2960. So in order for me to issue the command to restart this switch, which is the command is reload, I have to be in privilege exec mode. Right now I'm in user exec mode. We'll talk about the different modes. But for now, I just know that I have to hit enable. I'm going to type in reload to reload this device. It's going to confirm that. And once I hit enter on here, I'm going to actually start a timer so we can time it, because I'm going to fast forward through some of this. Okay, as you can see, I've got the message coming up saying that a reload command has been issued. Then it goes into the post, and that's where it's doing the power on self-test. Once that's done, it is then loading the Bootstrap, and the Bootstrap starts initializing the drives. So we see it says initializing flash drives. Once it's done initializing the flash drive, then it's going to take a look and say, okay, what iOS do I need to load? So right now it's looking for the iOS that it needs to load. If it's specified, it's going to load that. If it's not specified, it's going to take the first iOS that it comes across. It looks like it's now found an iOS. So now what it's doing is it's unpacking that and loading it into the RAM. So it's going to function within RAM. So this is going to take a while. So I'm going to fast forward through this, and you can see the timer as we go along. Displaying information about this particular system. We're going to look further into that here in a little bit. Okay, and what we're right around the 2-minute and 20-second mark is when it finished up. We say a press return to get started. So now I'm going to hit return, and it's going to go into the switch. So it discovered that there was a configuration file, so it's not prompting us to if we want to go through the configuration window. So now we're back on the switch. Okay, now we're going to take a look at that configuration registry value. It's going to look a little different in here, but you'll get the point here. So in order to do a show versions command to take a look at that, I'm going to have to get into the privilege exec mode. So I have to type enable. One of the reasons why I also call it the enable mode. Once again, we'll talk about modes later on, and I'm going to do a show version, and that show version is going to show me a lot of information about my device. For instance, it's going to show me the iOS that it's loading, the image that it's loading as the operating system. So we see some additional information about the software, and then when we scroll through here, and we see the MAC address and some other information. The thing that I'm looking for, though, is this configuration register is 0xF. So the F is what it's telling it, hey, go and look for the iOS in the flash drive. So we see that the configuration register value is set. In later lessons, we'll actually learn how to set that differently so we can do some different operations while it boots up.